Hello, this is Gio. Hey, look what we have here. We're down in my basement where I keep all my retro gaming consoles, including, well, we have a Nintendo 64 there, a Super Nintendo, NES, etc., little Sega there. But I want to focus on this machine right here. This is the Atari 2600 from the 1970s, of course. And mainly, I want to focus on these little controller paddles. Now, I just picked up a whole bunch of them for a pretty good price, but and I thought I had a good deal until I plugged them in, and they have an issue, but it's an issue easily solved. Okay, so you can see I have the game Breakout right here, and I'm choosing this game because it actually does use these paddle controllers. So I put that in. The controllers are plugged in, two controllers for one wire or one plug-in here, and I go ahead and turn it on, and we are back to the screen we were originally at, and I'm just going to hit 2 players so I can test both of them, and then hit go, grab these paddles here, and let's see if I grab the right one. Okay, so for this first one, as you can see, I'm just gonna turn this paddle really slowly and look at the little paddle on the bottom of the screen there, that little line there. It is moving really jerky. It's not moving smooth at all. And so there's definitely something wrong with this paddle. I'm just going to go ahead and hit a ball down. Oops, let it play. And then so player 2, I'll grab the other one and see if it does the same thing. I'm turning it and it's a little bit better than the first one, but it's still very jerky. I'm not moving it like this. I'm just trying to do it as smooth as I can, and it still has some problems. Well, you know, if you have this issue, there's an easy solution. Okay, so I have made a little makeshift table and put the paddles right here, 1, 2, and I have unplugged them from the game. So what you need for this simple fix is a Phillips screwdriver, and get yourself some electronic contact cleaner. Now this is WD-40 brand contact cleaner, but it does come in many different types of brands, but what you want to look for is electronic contact cleaner. So this can is probably around $8, but it does go a long way. So get yourself a can of contact cleaner and it'll solve a lot of your problems. But for today, it'll help us fix these paddles. And so what you need to do is just take your Phillips screwdriver, turn your paddle around, and you'll see 2 little Phillips screws. And so we're just going to take these 2 screws out. Okay, and so with the screws out, you just want to carefully, with the paddle end down, you want to just lift this top up and out, and that's the back cover, just like that. Now, you want to be careful because the little button here can fall out. You could either remove it if you want temporarily, or you just can keep it just like that. That's really, just keep it in this position and you should be good. Okay, I have put gloves on because I don't like the contact cleaner on my hands, but just looking inside the little controller here, this right here is the potentiometer. Basically, as you turn it, you can kind of see the center part moving around. This basically controls where that little paddle on your game is. And of course, this is the little firing mechanism there, and it's just as simple as that. It's just a potentiometer and a little switch right here. And so what's causing the jittering in your game is the potentiometer is dirty. It has a bunch of grime in it, and with age, it just gets more and more grime in it, and it just doesn't work as effectively as it used to. And to solve that, you take your contact cleaner, voila, and you just want to squirt in the center, just here, with it kind of in this position. You just want to squirt a little bit in the center, just like that. And then just kind of wiggle the handle back and forth to its full extent. Back and forth a few times. Just like that. And then when you're done, maybe take a paper towel, kind of flip it over like that, holding the little trigger button, but don't lose that, and just kind of move it around, and that'll help get rid of some of that contact fluid. Just like that. Alrighty, and that's all you need. It dries really quickly, so you don't have to worry about it. It's also, it won't hurt the electronics either. So, and then after that, you just want to go ahead and put your lid back on and screw up your case. And then with that done, you go on to the next paddle. Okay, so with your paddles reassembled, we'll go ahead and plug it back in and then reset our game. Well, let's turn off, back on, back to 2-player, and we're gonna start again. I believe this was the first player, and so let's move it now. And look at that. It's so much steadier. Look at that thing. I could do it slow, and it's so much more stable. So we'll go ahead and play a little bit. No jitters at all. So let's go ahead and test out the second paddle here. We'll go ahead and move it. And this one too, much steadier. Look at that, no more jitters. And there you go. That is how you get rid of the jitters on your Atari 2600 paddles. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button at the bottom of the screen, and even consider subscribing to my channel. I have many more videos to come. Bye-bye.